When Mother Russia calls, you answer. Hey, what is up, my little Hondas? It's your boy Mikiri Shioto, and today I will be reviewing the last of the Hasbro Overwatch action figures in my collection. Please forgive the yawning. I'm actually a little tired. But we have Zarya Nova, I believe her name is Alexandra Zaryanova, but we just call her Zarya. So, looking at the accessories, we do have her massive, I think this is plasma. You can correct me in the comments, but her massive blast, it does peg into the gun. I will probably show that off later. And then we get a set of fists, which are more for her bodybuilder pose for showing off her biceps. And then we have her gun, which I will try to get out of her hands. She does not like to let go of this gun whatsoever. So there we go. There's her gun out of her hand. And right off the bat, I will say that this is by far the biggest and most elaborate gun I have ever seen in my life of owning action figures. And let's get in close on that detail of the gun. Love the speckle. There's a little bit of scratch, but that's probably my fault. Can't read Russian. If you know what this says, please let me know. Right there's the energy orb that powers her gun. I believe she basically saw an Omnic that had this as its arm cannon, and it was probably more like this, and she just kind of picked it up and started blasting the hell out of the Omnics. And yeah, after that, this was her main weapon. So it's very cool. I don't know if it's supposed to do this, but it can. It does have the capability to pose like that, which gives you a little bit more detail into the gun. But me, I just try to keep it closed so that it keeps the look. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the gun. Let's get to the figure herself. So, looking at that amazing head sculpt, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the eyes on these figures are just astonishing. I have no complaints about the eyes, the lips. It's just amazing. Even more so now that I'm looking at it through the camera. Her pink is actually a little duller in reality, but due to the lighting, it just comes off as this hot pink. And it is hot pink, but it's more vibrant on the camera. The camera does it more justice. Amazing scar. I wish they would have done the scar effect for the Soldier 76 scar. And then you've got more Russian on her chest. I can't read it. I think that's just the design for her power core. And then you've got this 512, which is 512 kilograms, which is her record before she joined the war against the Omnics. And then you've got, I think these are basically power dampeners for the gun itself. And this made no sense to me. This hand pivots back and forth this way. Yes, it rotates, but it pivots. Yet, this hand pivots the standard way of up and down. I realize I didn't... Whoops. Crap. Yeah, her joints are very, very strong. Of course, she's Zarya, so... it's not likely, but you get the point. It makes more sense to me. There we go. Got her hand back in. Makes more sense to me to have this hand's articulation in this arm. Or just have a ball joint in both wrists. Because yes, this does help with the carrying, but it would be more beneficial, in my opinion, to have the rocker, the standard rocker unit where it goes back and forth, rather than the rocker unit this way. And her hand is going to pop out. can't get it in. There we go. Sorry for that view of my foot. And yeah. And then I absolutely love her legs. I love them. Not like I love them like a fetish, but I love the design because they are massive. And they just look phenomenal. Like, I would wear this armor on my legs all day long if I could. Because I love boots, which she has phenomenal boots. And then she's got the leg guards, which translation into knee, thigh. It's just awesome. I love them. Not too keen on this. It is basically just the straps to hold her gun. I think it's supposed to go like this. I didn't play Zarya, I think, but like once. So, and then let's get in on the exhaust backpack. Not very much detail sticks out initially, but you know, when you get up close, it is very, very detailed, including that the wires that are leading to this backpack. I would say that if you had like a panel lining marker for your Gundams, this would be, that would help panel line, break up some of her hair as well, but you know, it's up to you. So let's get into articulation. So starting at the head, we do have, I call it the quagmire joint. We do have a somewhat quagmire-ish joint, which does allow her head to go back a little bit further, but primarily you're just going to be leaving her head forward. So yeah, you can giggity goo. It is stiff because I don't play with these figures that often. I display them. Head can rotate side to side, tiltage. That's how much you're gonna get. Unfortunately, no butterfly joint for her, but she does get the double jointed elbow, which is awesome. A little over 90 degrees, blocked by this. You do also get the bicep, hold still, the bicep swivel. So you're gonna get some good poses. I already went over the hands, so no need to go over that. She does have a ab crunch, and you do have this nice soft flap, but let's focus on the upper torso. So you get the wiggle here, pivot, a little bit of a crunch, and let's get her to bend forward. She is a very, very well built figure. She's not likely to bend over easily. And this is all the way to the back. Very, very good. I do love that this gray just blends in with the hip piece. It's not like skin tone or anything. So, yeah, you're not likely to mess up Zarya that much. And then legs are surprisingly close to being full splits for a character of her size, and by that I mean, like, she's classified as a tank, and rightfully so, but for a tank she has amazingly spreadable legs. She can kick almost, actually, yeah, she can kick that far. Her leg is being pushed out, so I guess technically that is cheating. Let me fix that. So that's how far up she can go due to her other leg. That's how far back, or I should say, as a sign, that's how far back. Zarya booty, and holy hell, those are some even bigger birthing hips than Mercy. Just look at that. The woman's a brick, but damn. You get a comparison in the back calf, and you're like, holy shit. Yeah, woman's got some ass muscles that just ain't quitting, because they just go into thunder thighs, thunder calves, and probably thunder feet. And you do get a very soft, and I was grateful for this, even initially, very soft thigh rotation. So you can get her to do some pretty good poses. This is where it gets difficult. Very, very stiff Ratchet joints for the knees. Oh, look at that. So very strong. Yeah, very strong. Ooh, I almost pinched my fingers. Very strong knee joints. Definitely good for a character of her size. You do get that far forward, that far back, rocker for the feet. I really wish she had a toe bend. That would have just made it for me. But, you know, she is Zarya, and she's wearing pretty much armored boots, so can't really fault her for it. It's more so on the designer and the 3D model person that she doesn't have a toe bend, but she doesn't really need it either, so not a big complaint. I guess if I had a gripe, it's that the hand situation makes no sense. Like, this is as far back as this hand will go. Whoops, sorry. That's as far back as the hand will go, and that's as far forward as it'll go. And like I said, it makes more sense that this would be over here than having a basically crunch, you know, wrist that goes like this. But overall, amazing. And per my word, I will show you what she looks like holding the gun with the effect. So that's what she looks like holding her gun. I know she's supposed to be more standing like this, but due to her arms being not the strongest, it might be her hands. She does tend to, you know, flop it. But, you know, take the effect off, and she can actually hold her gun in any pose you want. It's just as soon as you add this extra weight to the front, it tends to make her droop. So overall, yeah, she is actually, believe it or not, she is actually Red Fire Ghost Rider level, because there's literally nothing bad I can say about a figure of this bulk. Like, she's a heavy girl, and that's all muscle. That's not fat. I'm not saying she's fat, unless she's pretty hot and tempting to some of you. To me, a woman with legs like this, I know that this is just a little bit of armor, but legs like that, I'm a little scared, because if she gets pissed, she can either crush me with her arms or kick me in the balls and potentially fracture my scrotum. So, no thank you. But at the same time, those hugs would be awesome. So, that is it for the Zarya figure. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope it was informative. And until next time, my little haunters, you should have stayed awake.